Hi, my name is Steph.
And I'm Abi.
And welcome to Body Club. We're going to be going through a sort of 10-minute cool down with you today. So you can use this at the end of any workout that you've done with us today.
Or you can even use this if you just want to get a bit of movement in, if you've been sat at a desk all day feeling a little bit stiff.
Should we get going?
Yeah,
let's do it. So we're going to start by rolling down through the body. So take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, drop your chin to your chest and roll all the way down, and then take a nice little forward fold here. So think about lifting your hips towards the sky as Abby's doing here, allowing your head to drop towards your knees. Maybe pushing your weight slightly forward in your toes to get a really nice stretch through that posterior chain. So hamstrings into glutes, into lower back there. Then we're gently going to take a little rock from side to side. So just take a little gentle sway from side to side. Allow your head to become heavy here. So think ragdoll, okay? So full release here. In a moment, Abby's going to walk her hands out into a plank pose. Take that gentle walk out. And then we're going to come into Cobra. So you can obviously come down to your knees and then come up, or as Abby is demonstrating here. If you find that this is a little bit uncomfortable, then you can come down to a lower Cobra. I'll demonstrate for you here. So we just got a little stretch through the stomach muscles. Roll those shoulders back and down. Nice. And hold it here. Big deep breath in, long, slow exhale. From here, take a bend through your elbows and then push yourself back into child's pose. So when I do child's pose, I always really like to have my knees wide because it allows your belly to relax between your thighs. And think about that two-way pull here, okay? So imagine, obviously, if I was able to adjust somebody, to pop the hands on the lower part of the back, sinking your hips towards your heels, and then reaching your hands forward. And then if Abby takes her right hand and places it on top of her left, she's going to get a stretch through her lats. She probably didn't know I was going to tell her to do that then.
Nice.
There you are, see? So we're going to get a nice stretch to the side of our back. So our lats, these big muscles that run down the side there, take that nice stretch. You probably want to stay there for a little while. I'm a bit jealous. Okay, then take your right hand to the other side and left hand on top. And really take that stretch. And again, still think about that two-way pull. So hips pushing back, arms reaching forward, getting that stretch down the side of the back. And take a big deep breath in and a long sigh out and sink into that stretch. Perfect. Bring both hands out in front of you. Tuck your toes underneath and push up to a downward facing dog or a pike. So with this one, again, we're going to get that nice stretch through the hamstrings, the back of the legs, also down into our calf, into our Achilles as well, into the ankle. And if you want to pedal through your feet here, you can. So you can add that movement if you want to. You don't have to, you can stay nice and still. But just allow your heels to sink. Don't worry about keeping a little bend through your knees either, because sometimes our hamstrings are quite tight. Think about lifting your hips towards the back of the space. And think about pushing your chest towards your thighs, lengthening through the spine. Take a deep breath in and a long sigh out. From here, you're going to step into a lunge, okay? So you can either come down and step forward into a lunge, or you can do as Abby did and step through. So I want you to lift your chest here. And I want to get a stretch from my hip flexor. So the way we're going to do that is squeezing our right glute. So we're going to squeeze that glute and then sink, but keep squeezing. So that's going to stop us from overstretching, and it's going to get right into that hip flexor. And we're going to hold it for 3, for 2, and 1. Then release that glute, so don't squeeze anymore, and just allow yourself to sink into that lunge. It should feel quite nice. Feel nice? Take the arms overhead. And then with our left hand here, we're going to take hold of our right wrist, and we're going to take a lean across to the side. Nice. Good. So just holding that lean, staying here. And then release back to the center. Allow your hands to drop. Just take this front foot and heel toe to the side, just slightly. And then we're going to allow a little bit of space now just to come down to the inside of the foot. So of course, if you're somebody who's really flexible through your hips and really want to sink down, you can come down onto your forearms, or you can stay exactly where Abby is, okay? So you don't have to, totally up to you what feels good for you. The
This feels good.
She's staying there. She feels good there. It's fine. So from here, Abby is going to take her left foot all the way back and step back into a downward facing dog. Take the bum to the sky. Perfect. And again, we're going to go into that lunge on the other side. So she's going to step her foot through, come into a low lunge. So again, we want to get into that hip flexor. So coming upright, squeeze that glute, and then sink, but keep holding that glute squeeze. To think about it. Don't just relax. I feel like you're thinking about butt. Your face looked like you were really thinking about it then. Really squeezing. And then release and sink into that lunge. And then we're going to take the arms overhead. Big stretch. Take our right hand around our left wrist, lift up and take that side lean towards me. She's gone that way already. Hold it here. And then come back to the center, release the hands. Heel toe to the side, just slightly, creating that space, sinking down. Nice little hip opener. Couple of breaths here, sinking the hips down towards the ground. Nice, Abby. Finish this one off, stepping back into your downward facing dog. So you've got two options here. So we're going to go into a glute and abductor, so outside thigh stretch. So you've got two options. You can go into your pigeon, or you can come onto your back and do a glute stretch. So if you're going to go into your pigeon, you're going to be bringing your knee in towards your chest, so bring your left knee to your chest, and then take it underneath the body. Extend that right leg out behind you and allow yourself to sink into that stretch. So we don't want to lean across to one side or the other. We want to keep our hips square and over the top of the leg. Perfect. So if you draw towards me even more, Abby, that's it. Perfect. Nice. So you can stay here or you can walk your hands down to the ground. If you have issues with your knees, don't do this. Do it on your back. I'll demonstrate this one for you. So we're just going to lie on Abby's leg. We're just going to drop one leg over the top of the other, reach through and draw the knee in towards the chest. Okay, so a lying glute stretch. They're your two options. Take one more breath here and then switch legs. Perfect. So again, you can do what Abby's doing, bringing that leg underneath your body. The idea with this one, eventually, is that you want to be bringing your leg that's underneath parallel to the top of your mat. So you want to be bringing that leg as far forward as you can, that shin to be parallel, which is really hard to do, so don't worry if you're not there, but that's where we're aiming for. We want to keep our hips over the top of that leg, so not leaning left to right. I'm going to keep over the top. And of course, if you're lying on your back, as I demonstrated before, reach through between the legs and keep your elbow on the outside knee. Couple more breaths. How are you feeling?
Very relaxed. I feel very zen.
Very zen. Yeah. Hopefully you're feeling zen too. Hands down to the ground, push your hips back to the sky, come back into your downward facing dog. Lovely. Walk your hands back to your feet. And then roll up through the spine. Stack the vertebrae one on top of the other. Take your time here so we don't get dizzy. Nice, head always comes up last. Taking hold of your right foot, bring your knees together, push your hips forward and stretch through your quads. So front of your leg there. If you need to hold on to something, as I just demonstrated, hold on to something stable.
Do you know, holding on to your opposite ear?
I don't believe you. Oh, that actually does kind of work.
It's magic.
Been teaching yoga for years, never taught that.
Learning new tricks every day.
That's it, every day's a school day. And then release, change to the other side. I always thought like putting your hand out.
Or focusing on one spot right in front of you.
That's not moving.
Yeah.
So make sure you keep your knees together, push your hips forward, feel that stretch through your quads. Feeling good? Okay.
That's my response to all of it, I'm just so chill.
Release your legs, give them a shake. Little bit of an upper body stretch, then we are done. So take your right arm all the way across in front of your body, forearm to forearm, draw it in towards your chest, and just relax this shoulder down. Perfect, nicely demonstrated there. That's it. Relax the shoulder, draw it in, stretch through the back of the shoulder. And with that same hand that's in front of your body, it goes all the way over the top for a tricep stretch. Now you've got two options here. You can draw the elbow in with that top hand into the center line of your body, or, nice, you can reach all the way around and take fingertips or hands and pull this way. So you've got two options there. Stretching through the back of the arm. And then release. Take the left arm across in front of the body, posterior out, so the back of the shoulder. Relax the shoulder down, forearm to forearm. Breathe into these stretches. I always find that if you're somebody who wants to move out of a stretch quickly, like if you did really slow yoga and you want to keep moving, you're probably somebody who needs it the most. So you need to encourage yourself to stay there. Focus on your breathing, so using your exhale. And then arm over the top. Last couple of stretches. Release. Interlace the fingers in front of you and just pull them out in front of you and drop your forehead down. So you want to feel a nice stretch through the back of the shoulders here. Just hold it for 3, 2, and 1, and then take the arms all the way behind you. Interlace the fingers if you can and just gently lift through the chest and pull those fingertips away. And turn to the side, Abby, so you can see. Nice. So just gently pulling those fingertips. And then release. Take one big shoulder roll and just finish with a little neck stretch. We often forget about our neck, and that's actually where we hold a lot of tension. So just drop your left ear to your left shoulder, and then feel free to, if you want to, pop your hand on top of the head. Other side. So this hand is not pulling, so don't yank your head. Just allow that weight of the hand just to gently stretch down the side of the neck. Close your eyes if you want to, it feels quite nice. Release the hand and let the head just float all the way around to the other side. And again, option, place the hand on top if you want. Ready for bed now. That's it.
This would be a good one to do just before bed.
It actually really would. Release, let your head roll all the way down, and then just let your head naturally float back up, and that is your cool down done. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Thanks,
check
Steph.
out, oh thank you, thanks, nicely demonstrated. Check out all the other stuff we have on the Body Club, and we'll see you again next time. Take care, bye.